Do
Yeah,
that.
About like.
So what's up, everybody, man? Super Saiyan Santi, OG _
What
Frank.
up?
What's popping? What's popping? TikTok, what's up? Yo, if you want to follow us on TikTok, it's at All Gas No Break Pods. At All Gas No Break Pods.
Yep.
But right now, we're going to be
Enough about like Tony Hinchcliffe and Shane and
Handler situation. As you know, we hear that she's now upset from the conversation she had. Actually, the what do you call that? The roast.
Kevin Hart roast.
The Kevin Hart roast didn't make her too excited, too happy. Go.
Actually, she wasn't upset.
She was not upset. Okay.
She felt like this is exactly what she expected from guys who were of their character.
Okay.
So she'd already done the research, so she knew what to expect. And she knew the worst. You know, the best part is when you know the worst and the worst can't hurt you, you know, and you can go through with it with the face value. You know, because she knew that these guys were like racist and like discriminating and you know whatever. So she knew what they would say about her.
But why would Kevin Hart have them there? I mean, it's not his choice. Is he? Does that stand with the fact that what Kevin Hart, what Cat Williams has been saying the whole time?
I gotta put my shades on.
Does that mean that Cat Williams is honest about what he's saying?
What that means is Cat Williams is exactly right about what he said. It was like, you got to be in the club. You got to do what they want you to do. They got to be able to humiliate you and keep you from getting on a high horse. So if you're going to be that successful, you have to bow to the powers that be, and they have to show in reality to the public that
random Caucasians.
These weren't random.
These were random Caucasians. I have no idea who Tony Hinchcliffe
you know
is,
why?
I don't know who Shane Gillis is.
Because most of your comedy that you watch are black. That's not your genre.
Not true. Okay. Not true, because George Carlin is in my top 5.
Okay, but George Carlin is like one of the top.
I also like the redhead dude that's now bald. What's his name?
Carrot Top.
No.
Bill Burr.
I like Bill Burr, and I like Carrot Top.
I like Bill Burr, but you're talking.
I like Gary Owens.
Okay, but you're still talking like in the top 5 comedians: Carlin, Gary Owens, Bill Burr. You're talking in the top 5 of.
I know the Asian young lady you just put me on
all time. I knew Gillis. I knew the other one.
I had no idea. You know what? Let me not say this about the Tony Hinchcliffe guy. I finally realized I know where I seen him from.
Yeah.
Because we had somebody on our show that's been on his I think he has a comedic when comedians stand in front of him and his group of guys and they just break you.
Kill Tony.
I think so. Like that's the reason why I know him, because we had a guest that recently went on the show. But prior to that, I would not have known. I did not know who he was.
But I knew him. I knew Gillis. You know, I didn't think they were really that funny. But if you watch,
why do they get the? You know, this is the thing about why Hollywood is failing. They're not like Hollywood. Do you guys not know? Like, I guess they just be so invested and so much money behind not funny or business that they just can't release it. So they let them keep getting their run. But they don't. They're not pulling in the streets. They're not pulling, but the streets, I guess, to them don't matter.
Well, I think the streets don't account for the majority of their people.
The masses.
Yeah, the masses.
The masses. So, and take the M out of the masses.
Yeah, I know, the masses. So the asses. Okay. So they don't cater to them because it doesn't really matter. That amount of people probably don't process as well as the other genre of that.
So now she's so let me play the video, because I had this up. I don't know if you read this. Let me play.
But I did know Gillis, and I did know Tony.
I know you're well rounded in you're listening to pretty much almost anything, and I do as well. But these guys didn't cross my algorithm.
Well, Gillis was also on Bert's Cabin. I think he was either with Dion Cole and Anthony Anderson or something, but he was on Bert's Cabin where, I felt like it. And just because you do projects with Black Americans doesn't mean like you're not racist or this or that.
You could be racist and still do that, yeah.
And to me, I don't care if you're racist. To me, it's more fun to talk to a racist because at least they're going to be honest about how they feel.
I'd rather have a conversation with somebody who's going to be honest than stab me in my back.
Exactly.
Which is the average people. Like, I'd rather you be in my face about your issue because I can tell you up front if I want to even have this conversation.
So I don't really care about you being racist or not. It's just your point of view.
So this is from the Hollywood Reporter. Chelsea Handler is shaming her distaste for Shane Gillis and Tony Hinchcliffe's jokes at Netflix roast of Kevin Hart, slamming them as racist, bigots, and sexist. Chelsea Handler slams Shane Gillis and Tony Hinchcliffe's racist jokes at Kevin Hart roast. I'm just like, Kevin, man, it didn't look good. It did not look good for your career. I get it's a roast, but damn, man, Kat is already saying this about you. Then you have this. No one should have said anything. I wish it would have just been done and shut up. But instead, it wasn't done and shut up. It wasn't done and quiet.
Well, let me tell you this. The fact that he did not know, and I think it was genuine, that he did not know that Cat Williams was going to be there, means it was beyond out of his control.
I don't believe that. I don't believe
you
he
don't
didn't
think
know.
So?
I don't believe it. Didn't look like he didn't know at all.
Well, it didn't look like Cat Williams wasn't really paying him a compliment.
It didn't look like Cat Williams even wanted to be there.
Exactly.
Cat Williams was like, this check was just so good.
Yeah.
I could not turn it down.
Okay.
But Kevin knew he was coming.
Yeah.
I don't think Kevin wants surprises like that because you don't know what type of Cat Williams is going to get.
Even the Rock's interaction, I thought was inappropriate. It felt kind of freakish. And
I feel like he didn't think he wasn't going to show up.
And it had insinuations of non-heterosexual behavior. Pause.
You think it has a lot of pause moments in there?
It was a lot of like uncomfortability about the way they interacted. If you look at it, when he was telling me, "Come sit on my lap," and he was like, "No, come sit on my like you supposed to do," and he was like, "No," and I was like, I felt like we may not know the extent of what was real or not real, but somewhere between that whole thing, there was some, I didn't agree to this type of feeling about the whole thing. Even what they said about the black woman or her husband. They kept laughing that the husband jumped off the bridge. The husband committed suicide.
So that was another thing too. Was like, why were they roasting everyone?
Yeah, well, he wasn't roasting the other. You notice that white comedians didn't roast each other. They just roasted her and the other black comedians.
I didn't think they my opinion, I don't think I think it was just bad content.
But they said there were writers that wrote these scripts for them.
And they didn't know what they were doing. It was bad content.
What was the black woman? What was her name? I forget.
African American comedian.
Yeah, they were
with Afro. They kept talking about husband, wife, husband jumped off the bridge. I forgot her name now.
They wrote for her, but you could tell by what these guys said she was unexpected. She went off script, and
she knew she was funnier than them.
She was being 100% real. What she said about, if you would have called her the N-word, you might not have made it out of here.
Yeah.
So it was uncomfortable. I've seen roast.
It was a bad roast.
The Tom Brady roast was a little bit inappropriate, but it was still funny. It was inappropriate to his wife and kids because it was true.
You think Kevin Hart just doing too much?
I think he's reaching at a point where he's probably starting to lose. Like I said, he's starting to lose his audience as
he's aging.
Okay, we've done the funny, cute stuff.
He said that last time.
I know you always say that. Right?
You said that funny. Pretty much what I listened to the last one we talked about. You pretty much said that funny, cute stuff is done.
You do the funny, cute stuff in the beginning.
Yeah, now it's time to grow up.
That's why we like it.
Now it's time to grow up.
Right? Will Smith was like funny, cute during when he did.
Now you're a big grown ass man,
right? When he became a man, he started doing man roles. Ali, you know, I Legend.
Yeah,
I'm not a Will Smith fan, but I will say this: that movie he did, which I don't remember the name, and I'm not going to look it up. Where he was an intern, and he was trying for a job, and he was homeless with his son.
That was a fantastic movie.
That movie almost.
That was a good movie. That was a good movie.
That in 100 years, maybe I could shed a tear.
That was a good movie. That was a good movie. That was a good movie.
That was great. That was great.
I think the story was just so good anybody could play that role. But Will Smith did a good job.
Yeah, with the clapping when he was, man, come on, man.
That was a good movie. It was a good movie. Every man has that has not had a silver spoon in his mouth had gone through some of those times. Not exactly those moments, but
that moment in that movie was indicative of Suge Avery in The Color Purple. I know you don't like The Color Purple.
Hate that movie.
Singing the song to go to her father's church.
Hate that movie.
Yeah, okay.
Do not like that movie, but I understand.
You know what? I saw. You know, like you say, you hate the movie.
Hate that movie. Despise.
And then once I talked to you about it, I understood why you hate it. But you know what make me mad sometimes?
What's that?
When I really love something, and then somebody awakens me to the reality of what I love is not what I think.
Well, you know, I go, this is what I say for people of those times. That was during a time when technology was manipulating thought. We couldn't choose what we want to watch. We were given only 11 channels, 3 channels, and then they even had a cutoff time. So that was at the time when they had the opportunity to truthfully manipulate thought. And that's why I love today's time where we have our YouTube. We don't have to listen to nothing they put out no more. Nothing.
Okay, but that was a movie. I went to see it at the movie theater.
No, I know, and it was manipulated. Like even if you as a human being in that time in that society, you couldn't tell them no, you didn't want to watch that. That was what was out. You couldn't. There was nothing. Don't get me wrong. There's more to watch, but you didn't choose to watch. That was what was mass marketed. That was mass marketed.
You know what I mean about like how I didn't know if I really liked something by like oh, I don't really like it. Right? Yeah. I didn't like for example, I liked something at one time, and then somebody opened my eyes to the reality of it, and it made me angry. You know why? Because okay, for example, we had a party when a company I was working for Christmas. And they brought these pizzas in. Dude, it was the best pizza I ever had since New England. And I'm eating the pizzas, I'm enjoying the pizza. And this guy go, man, why are you eating the pizza? I'm like, you don't want none? I'm like, it's delicious. He's like, they had it at another party, and the ones that they didn't eat, they sent here. Right? And I was like, oh man. I was like, I gotta stop eating it, but
yeah, but it was good.
I was really enjoying that pizza.
I would have told the pizza. I would have said that's on them. You know, I'm happy that you all know that. I'm not gonna let that affect my energy. But if it's good pizza, it's good pizza.
Oh man, that pizza was delicious.
You know what? That's that, and that's the control.
Yeah,
he's part of the control. You know what? That's on them if that's what they did. And look at how it's still translated. So you knew that. But my ignorance is about to be bliss at this point currently because I'm about to enjoy this good pizza. But they're going to pay for it. And look what they paid for it because now you have one employee that was disgruntled. So that's why I would enjoy my pizza because I'm like, look, you're going to take up that energy for me. Because at the end of the day, I got to go outside. I got to maintain my health.
Why you had to tell me the chicken fell on the floor and they put it back in the pot? Why? You didn't have to tell me that.
Because you were enjoying it. You should have enjoyed it in quiet. And then that happened. Should I enjoy it in silence? No, I'm not doing that, man. I'm enjoying myself, man. I'm enjoying this life. I'm not gonna let nobody dictate how I enjoy it, bro. Life too. You live for a short period of time, but you're dead for a very long time.
About like Tony Hinchcliffe and Shane and their backgrounds. I had ex-girlfriends blowing up my DMs that had dated Shane and were telling me stuff about him. So based on that, I was like, oh, these guys are pretty bad.
So you had something on him that you could have
Tell us now. What shit Shane?
It's just everything we know, that they're racist, that they're bigots, that they're sexist, you know, that they think they're like invincible, that they've been canceled for being like, you know, Shane got fired from SNL, but then was on SNL years later. So he got fired. So what happened in between those two events? So he believes, this is per one of his exes, that he's invincible. He's like, doesn't matter. I can say anything I want.
You like my man Dion Cole. I'm a big Dion Cole fan though. I ain't gonna front you. I like his show on Netflix too. That show he got when they unalive somebody. You seen that show on Netflix where he's dealing with like the Italian, the Irish, or the
no, but give me
Lebanese
that.
mafia.
Give me that. I'll watch that tonight.
It's a good show. Yeah.
I'll watch that tonight.
It's deep. It's deep.
I like Dion Cole. The podcast he has.
His show is great too.
Because the comedians that he talked to are top tier. Mm-hmm. And he asked some stuff like, "Is your mama fine?" Mm-hmm. You know, like how your mama meet your daddy.
He a real dude for that.
And it seems like to me that they partake of some type of cannabis.
Cannabis.
And then they have the interview, and he's cracking the hell up on the couch.
Sounds like a show I know.
And to me, it's a great show. I
what you feel about what Chelsea said with all this?
I felt like she was right, but again, I mean, who cares if somebody's racist?
Who cares?
That shouldn't stop the way you feel about yourself.
Why'd you go on there? Were you really there for Kevin Hart?
They got paid to it, and if somebody tells you, let's say for the sake of argument, allegedly they are racist, right? And somebody tells you, I'm going to pay you $10,000 to go to this roast and say racist things about a black guy.
And I'm going to write them for you.
Right.
I'm going
to write the thing for you so you don't have to just read it. I mean, I would take that job. So I can't fault them.
I'm a picky human being. I don't know what I would say. But I would say, I can't tell you, I cannot lie and tell you that I would not entertain it.
Yeah. I'm taking the
I would talk to my advisory group, which consists of family, wife, the whole nine, and then my feelings.
Okay, let me back up. I said 10 grand because that's how much I would take. Mm-hmm. They might have paid them like $100,000,
maybe $1 million, because I know. I know that I could tell.
Very good.
I could tell there was gonna. I could tell they should know that there was going to be some backlash.
Yeah. So
you got to pay me a credit.
So
the point, I got to say they got paid well because Cat Williams did do
it. Yeah. So you think I'm not going to take that job?
If Cat Williams took it, I would have probably taken it. Because I'm going off of Cat Williams taking it. Yeah. I agree with you there.
So
I agree with you. Let's see what else we got. Which relationship will work? A, she's 40 years old, he's 22 years old, or she's 22 years old and he's 40 years old.
Oh, well, it's got to be B.
You think B gonna work better than A?
Okay. As a coochieologist, let me break it down. The 40-year-old, right?
Woman.
Is with the 22-year-old man.
With the fatty. She got a fatty too.
She is thick as a mom.
She thick as a mom. She got a super fatty.
Right.
Yeah.
But she's with a 22-year-old man because her relationships prior to him have failed.
Okay.
Because they were maybe people close or older than her. And for some reason it failed. Mm-hmm. And the reason why they failed, it wasn't really because of him all the time. It was because of her. It was her fault. And she was like a domineering woman who felt too aggressive. And the guy's like, you know what? That's not what I want. See you later. Right?
Okay.
So now, after these 40 years, and she probably got kids that are getting close to
his age.
His age, right? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. She picked him because she knows he's easy to manipulate.
Oh.
Okay. She's at her sexual peak, right?
She's at her sexual peak.
And he's not going to question what she does or says. And to her, that's a win-win.
Because he's dating his mama.
But after 2 or 3 years of this, sometime between winter and spring, he's going to wake up and realize, like, yo,
he dating his mom.
She's 45,
20 something.
45.
That's crazy.
It's time to go, right? So that relationship can't work.
I'm going to tag on, because I don't do normal relationship questions.
Coochie.
I just, out of realism, for that young brother, it's not going to work. I don't think it's going to work either.
It won't work.
You're too young.
Because
you haven't lived life with... And the reason why I'm going to go scientifically, you haven't spread your seeds out. You haven't spread your healthy seeds yet.
Okay. Guys can get over that blindness. She's 50. He's 30. Do you think he's not going to be attracted to younger women?
Because just because he is doesn't mean that he's going to go there.
Oh, yeah, you going to go there. I've been there. You definitely going to go there.
You going to go to a younger woman?
Man, yeah.
Why?
Because you're more sexually compatible to a younger woman.
But he said she's in her prime.
Right now at 40. We talking when she gets 50.
She at 50-year-old prime.
Yeah.
She's not
50,
she's not as mobile.
Yeah, she's not as mobile. He's getting into his sexual prime.
So he wants to find something
He's
more
going to be
mobile.
more attracted to a younger woman.
So explain to me the old ass 40-year-old man versus the young 22-year-old. Because she's a thickie herself.
Okay, so 22-year-old, since she's thick and sexy like that,
thickie Jamie.
She probably been that way at least since she was like maybe 17. We'll give it, right?
Okay.
So
still the brain ain't there. The mind ain't there.
Doesn't matter with them, right?
Okay.
They have a maturity more than men. So say at 22, she's already been through some younger guys that she was in love with, but they couldn't foot the bill, right?
They can't fit the bill.
So this guy being, how old is he?
40.
40 years old?
He's an old 40 though.
Yeah,
he an old 40. He got gray hair. He got a bald spot on the top of his head.
I mean, not looking at his picture, but just going by his age, yeah.
And his style is
he
real
look
old.
Like he gonna die within like 10 years.
Like literally, that's a bad.
Might get with him because she think he gonna
pass
he
away.
Gonna make it,
because that's a bad representation of a male at 40, a black male at 40.
He look older than me.
He look corny as hell too, though. Come on, a black male at 40 ain't looking like that, yo. Black male at 40 a little more hipper.
At 40, he's been doing whatever he does for 20 years, and he should be making enough money to support her. He probably has a house.
He making money. I think he got some money.
Yeah, 401k. She's attracted to the security.
So she gonna do what it takes to stay.
Yeah, because she wants that security.
She gonna follow the 7 rules.
She don't want to struggle.
She gonna follow the 7 rules.
She don't know the 7 rules. All she gotta do is like the first 3, and he'll be happy.
Ain't happy guy.
Yeah.
OG. I feel like he's a bad representation of a 40-year-old man for her. But I'm in agreement that she would stand more resilient through the time than a younger man will with an older woman.
And I was just psychoanalyzing him.
Psychoanalyze it, my brother.
Yeah, I was just psychoanalyzing him. If you psychoanalyze her, then she would have had to grown up in a one-parent household, which was her mom, and have a daddy complex to want a man that old and not a man more compatible to her age and her physical stature. Yeah.
So I got another jammy for you. Which movie hood chick was the baddest? We got Shireen.
Okay. Can I ask a question?
Go.
The baddest, do we mean the best looking one?
The one that you going to say, that's the one I'm going to mess with. You taking her out on the saddle.
The most hood one?
Out of all the hood chick movies, which one are you saying was the baddest, the one that the jammy you choose? What's the one you choose? We got Shireen from House Party.
Well, I dated a woman like her, so no.
We got Demeter. She's from Class Act. Another, remember that movie with that was Kid and Play? Remember that movie, Class Act? Let me go through all the girls. Shalika. That's Shorty from Tupac. Remember the movie? What's that one?
Yeah.
With Janet Jackson.
Yeah.
What's that movie called?
I don't know, but I remember
Poetic
that.
Justice.
Yeah.
We got Marty. Wasn't she from Baby Boy?
Maybe Baby Boy.
The Baby Boy.
Yeah.
We got Joy
From
Friday.
Friday, yeah.
That's my girl. I love her. I think she's also very quietly. It's kept.
I did like her.
She was one of my. I think she was a very attractive woman at a young age. She was on the Wayans Brothers. Remember, she was on the Wayans Brothers.
Oh yeah.
She was killer on the Wayans Brothers.
Okay.
We got Dashiki, another Wayans special.
Okay.
That's when the Don't Drink Your Juice in the Hood, Menace Society.
Oh, okay. I remember that
Wayans Brothers movie.
Yeah.
We got Ronnie from the Players Club.
Yeah. When she took the other girls. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
We got Keisha from Belly.
Okay.
Remember Belly?
Yeah.
And then we got Antoinette. I don't know what Antoinette chick is.
I don't know, but she's fine as hell though.
I mean, but these are all the bad hood chicks. Who Antoinette? Antoinette from what movie, guys?
I don't know,
but she a hottie too. I'll be honest, that one she didn't stick out to me, so I don't know who she is.
I'll take Shalika.
You're gonna go with Shalika. You getting Shalika from Poetic Justice.
Yeah, I'll take Shalika.
Okay. Shalika. Why? What you liked about Shalika from Poetic Justice?
Okay, because that girl, she got beautiful eyes.
Yeah, she's what's her name in real life?
I forgot.
But she's a very attractive, very great actress at that.
Yeah.
Amazing actress.
Been around for a long time.
For a minute.
Yeah.
Getting that money. She getting that guapi.
She ain't got a lot of kids.
So we're talking about the hood chick. So the hood chick version of her.
Oh, when they were back there?
Yeah.
I think I'd have hit that back. I would have picked her.
You would have picked her?
Shireen, I dated a girl like her. Marty, I dated a girl like her. Ronnie, didn't like girls by her. Kishka? Kashika?
The Shiki.
No.
Keisha.
Yeah. I think it's between Keisha and Shalika.
So I chose Keisha. My number one was Keisha back in the day.
I think I want to hit Shalika.
Keisha was, I thought she was just chocolate, tall, bombshell. You don't see that often. You know, she carried herself real ladylike in the show, in the movie. I was a Keisha
what
fan.
Movie?
She was on Belly.
Oh.
Remember Belly?
I remember
with
Belly.
DMX and Nas.
Yeah.
And she was DMX's girlfriend.
You know what? I still would pick Shalika over her.
You still going with Shalika?
Because I know I got history with Shalika.
You met Shalika before?
No, but I seen her movies way before.
So you going off a movie?
Yeah.
Keisha had one movie back in the days. It was an old Italian
Friday
movie.
too.
Keisha wasn't in the Friday. She wasn't in Friday. Wait. Keisha, that's the brown skin shorty. She was in.
Oh, Shalika was in Friday.
Shalika was in Friday. Yeah.
Okay. That's I played Shalika.
She played Ice Cube's sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, she killed it. She was a great
Shalika. Actor. Yeah, Shalika.
Shireen was a bad one though back in the day. Shireen from House Party with the yellow dress, with the yellow outfit on.
She also played with Lorenz Tate in that movie where he burned his parents' house down, and they went to like some little island.
Oh, I don't know that movie.
Oh, it was a good movie.
Are you talking about, bro? You talking about the Inkwell?
The Inkwell. Yeah,
that was a good movie.
Yeah,
that quality. That was a good movie.
That was a good movie.
That was a good movie.
I like movie.
It was. They went to Martha's Vineyard, right?
Shireen. Remember, she was the black dude's wife.
Yeah,
he cheated on her.
Oh yeah. That was Morris Chestnut.
Morris Chestnut.
Clean cut Morris Chestnut.
Who was the girl that Lawrence Tate was porking?
He wanted to pork.
He did hit it.
You talking about?
He didn't hit it. Will Smith's wife.
He hit Will Smith's wife.
Jada Pinkett.
Jada Pinkett went back to the muscular dude.
Oh yeah.
She toyed him. She toyed along with him.
So
and he never got to hit it. He caught her getting hit.
You know why he didn't hit it?
He was being soft.
Yeah, he should have hit it that first night with the crabs. And shit.
He
I didn't hit it. As soon as I pulled the crabs,
way too soft. Being way too soft.
Around. Yeah.
So then Shireen gave him some because he was upset on the beach like a man.
Because she knew her husband was cheating.
Yeah. And she gave young boy some. She gave him some. What a good movie.
That was a great movie.
That was a great
Yeah, that was a great movie.
She gave Lauren Tate some poop because her husband was Morris Chestnut was out there. He was killing the white girls too, though. What did he kill the white girls at the tennis club?
In his defense, they wanted it just as much as him.
Hey, man. But yeah, Shireen was a baddie, yo. Shireen was a baddie. I thought Joy was fine too, though. In Friday, Joy, that actress is gorgeous.
She was okay. You know what it was? She was just a little too ghetto.
She killed it. Oh man, she was such a hottie, and she was also in Whoop That Trick movie. That movie.
Oh yeah, with the dude Whoop That Trick.
Yeah, she was in that movie. What's that movie called?
I have no idea.
I forgot the name of that movie. That was a good movie.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
That was a fantastic one.
And they got nominated for an Academy Award.
Yeah, they got Academy Awards for that movie.
Yeah,
I think she killed that movie too. She was hot in that movie too. She was still bad.
And I remember when they won the Academy Award, one of the presenters was saying, like, at this day and time where we have human trafficking, a movie like whatever the name of that was, Whoop That Trick, would win an Academy Award. And I'm thinking to myself, bitch, you gotta put fire on a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
You know, let me tell you something. For them to be upset about that, that's shame to real life for having that be the case. Shame to real life. But that's a lot of people's lives because that's just how shit is.
You want to have your Jay-Z's, right?
That's how just shit is.
Yeah.
We got to keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? You want to keep hiding behind secrets and by fallacies and falseness, then we get bad roasts. That's why we're getting these bad roasts, because we can't hide behind it. Or we're getting great roasts because we can't hide. How you want to take? How you want to accept it? All right, let me get a couple more, then we out, bro. That was a good one. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, you're gonna like this one. I saved this one for last for you. And then we outie. Woman's viral post about her boyfriend touching her in her sleep sparks debate online. I got a question.
Yeah.
If your spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, whoever constantly touch you while you're dead asleep, like you're waking up out your sleep to your private part, blacked out, being rubbed on, fingers in it, almost in it, when you notice you wake up every time saying stop for hours, I'm talking 9 to 6 a.m., fighting a MFer to keep your pants and panties pulled up, all while you're asleep, and don't stop until you remove yourself. Ain't that the grape word? That grape.
I think that if you experience this one time, then you shouldn't be with that person any longer. But if you're doing this like every night, it's like, why are you still with the dude? Right? It's obvious he's a pervert or he's over sexualized. You know, so yeah. Why would you stay in that relationship knowing that this person's going to be like this? You're going to fight every night. Do you have some slave mentality that you feel like you're embedded to be with this guy who's going to do this? Like,
remove yourself.
Oh yeah. You should have removed yourself after the first 10 minutes. Like,
and to that dude, I say, yo, remove yourself too, bro, because maybe this is not for you, bro. Like, you know, I understand in the intro, in the beginning of a relationship, it's a certain thing. And that's maybe where y'all came from, because I don't think he's just doing this out of the norm. This may be how it started. And now y'all have been together for a while. Things are diminishing.
She doesn't like it anymore.
And she don't like it anymore. And now, male, you have to rethink yourself as well. Is this where you want to be any further? Because it sounds like there might be a connection loss. Because I'm not saying it's right what you're doing.
Yeah.
But stop. Number one, stop. And number two, maybe this, you know, y'all need to rethink what y'all got going on.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's him.
It is him, though.
It is him. If she allows it, it's her. Like,
I get what you're saying.
It's him, but you're not going to keep letting them do it. And then, like, Oh, I hope he doesn't do it. And he keeps doing it.
And now
every
you're
night.
removing yourself.
You should have removed yourself after the first 10 minutes.
But now that you removed yourself, y'all need to have a conversation, and then both y'all need to figure out where y'all going with it.
When you remove yourself from that, you need to keep going in a different direction. You know.
Respect.
Yeah.
Respect. I respect that.
Until that person learns to overcome their unwillingness, you know, they shouldn't be in a serious relationship.
Word. Well, that's it, man. Y'all be easy. Peace. That's all we got. We had a good time with y'all tonight, man. It's been great stuff, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe.
Bye, Marina.
Bye-bye, everybody. Super Saiyan Santi, OG _ Frank. We back again. Peace.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.